through me. Thank you.
Hi friends, welcome to this week's video. Something a little bit different this week. I'm going to be sharing with you my daily routine with 5-month-old Maahi. This is a longer video than usual, but I have included chapter markers for you down below so it's easy for you to skip ahead if you want to. I also want to say that this footage was compiled over 3 to 4 days. There's no way I could have filmed this all in one day, and this is just an average day. We have crazy days, we have days where things simply don't work out, so this is not an indication of what every day looks like. But it is accurate for most days. Now, as you've seen, I got up alone because Pranav has already been up and out of the bed. He's already spent about half an hour with Maahi, giving him a diaper change, spending time with him. I'm on caffeine duty. I either make coffee or chai, and then we sit together and Maahi has his first meal of the day, which is a little bit of fruit puree and rice cereal. We introduced fruits and cereal to Maahi when he was 4 months old. We got the go-ahead from our pediatrician. She advised sticking to once a day and very simple and easy to digest foods. The rest of his meals are formula.
He loves it, I think.
I really like this time of day because we're all together. It's the first time that I see Maahi at the top of the morning, and then I make our breakfast. I am very hands-off with Maahi in the morning. Pranav doesn't start work till a little bit later, so he takes on most of the duties associated with Maahi. He does that first diaper change, he feeds him his breakfast, gives him his first bottle. I get to spend time in the kitchen doing what I like, and then once Maahi is fed and settled, usually in his favorite chair, Pranav and I will sit down together, have breakfast, chit-chat, read the paper, watch some news, and usually around 9 a.m., that's when Maahi goes down for his first nap of the day. Teaching Maahi to nap and sleep is really a topic for another video, but at this point in time, at present, Maahi naps 3 times a day, and generally speaking, he naps well. I have a bit of a routine. I take any toys out of his crib, I put his mobile on silent, lay down his sleep sack, turn on the white noise, make sure that his humidifier is still running, and I do a quick diaper check before putting him down for his nap. I try to set him up for success, so to speak.
I know you want to be awake and just live your best life. Time to sleep, Maahi. You're gonna be just fine. Sweet dreams, Baba.
Most of the time, Maahi goes down for his first nap pretty easily. When I say 9 a.m., it could be anywhere between 9 and 9:20. Sometimes he takes 10 minutes or so to fall asleep, but he gets there eventually. And once he's napping, it's time for me to write in my bullet journal, put down my tasks for the day, sometimes jot down a quick menu just so that I know what I'm cooking, and I try to do 1 or 2 household tasks in that space of time. More often than not, I am able to get a start on lunch. I'm trying to make things that are convenient but which are also nourishing and healthy. It can be very difficult because sometimes you just want to make something fast and easy. It's helpful if I can make things that I can somewhat assemble and then finish up when it's closer to lunchtime. This rajma certainly fit the bill. I was able to get it started, get everything in one pot. I didn't bring it to its final boil until a little bit later on, which you will see. But it was an easy dish to make because I used canned rajma, and I also used my food processor instead of doing all of the chopping by hand.
Welcome back, monkey. What are you doing with that little mouth? Here's Leandro. Here's your mutter. Tu es libre maintenant. Oui, tu peux bouger si tu veux, tu es libre maintenant.
Around 9:45, sometimes 10 a.m., sometimes 10:15 if I'm lucky, is when Maahi wakes up from his first nap. I hang a couple toys in his crib, and that will buy me about 15 to 20 minutes so that I can make a little more headway with what I was doing. On this particular day, I started the rice in the rice cooker, cut up some radish for Pranav to snack on, and then I went to get Maahi. He will sometimes call out to us if he's bored, but generally I don't like to wait that long before getting him.
No, you don't know where that ham has been.
From the crib, we go to the change table.
Amazing! You dreamt all of that during your nap?
I do a diaper check and change if necessary, take him out of his sleeper, put him in some fresh clothes. I brush his hair a little bit. We have silly conversation, do a bit of tummy time. Sometimes Pranav will catch a break and come hang out with us in Maahi's room.
Maybe your face has changed, baby.
His face changed?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cup.
Back in the kitchen, I brought my rajma up to a boil, then down to a simmer, and it was time for mat time.
Hey Google, set a 20-minute timer.
Mat time is exactly what it sounds like. It's time on the floor on Maahi's playmat. I help him try to roll over, we interact with his toys. Rumi is generally around.
You sound like a dolphin.
After about 15 or 20 minutes, I can usually step away to finish up a task, and then at noon, or noonish, around noon, is when Maahi takes his second bottle of the day. He's starting to hold it by himself, but he still requires help intermittently.
Oh, he tilted it.
I'm a self-taught individual.
You tilted it upward.
Wow, Maahi.
You tilted it upward.
Good baby.
That's amazing. I help you now. Okay, I'll help you. Here.
Good baby.
After his bottle, Maahi goes down for nap number 2, and we usually get a chance to eat lunch. On that day, we ate the rajma, which took what seems like forever to make, and some leftover dinda. It was bright and sunny, so we sat on the balcony. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I can take a nap after lunch, but more often than not, I feel like I simply move from one task to the next until the end of the day. I'm not always able to get everything done. Sometimes things fall by the wayside, tasks go unfinished. We try not to be too hard on ourselves, but not everything gets done all the time, and that's just the way it is. When Maahi gets up from his second nap, we usually go right back onto the play mat. I will move the mat to a different location in our apartment so that he doesn't get bored. We work on things like rolling over, tummy time. I also read to him, even though he's quite young. Maahi was not always comfortable on his mat. There were times where he would cry and fuss a lot, especially during tummy time. But as he's grown and developed and he's gained some strength in his core muscles and his body, I have to say that tummy time and time on the mat is a lot more pleasant than it used to be. 4 p.m. is when Maahi takes his third bottle of the day. You might have seen me doing a bit of sign language with him. He is getting the hang of it, although he cannot always mimic the signs that we do. But he does understand the signs for milk, all done, more, and a few other ones that I use associated with sleep and nap time. More often than not, Pranav finishes work around 5 or 5:15. This is another time of day that I absolutely live for because we all get to be together and I get to be a little hands-off, as I like to say. We usually go for a walk. It's been wonderful lately because the weather has warmed up just a touch. This was a particularly windy day, however, and something that just warms my heart is Maahi's reaction to the wind. Our walks last anywhere from an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. Lately, Maahi has been quite chatty. He's been exploring his vocal ability.
Right, this face of his. Pop, 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 pop.
It certainly makes for a very entertaining time. When we get back from our walk, I am off duty. Kind of. I am still, of course, involved in Maahi's nightly routine, but my role is more peripheral. Pranav does his massage, his bath, his change of clothing. He administers the last bottle. There are a few tasks that I do to help out here and there, but I'm more of an assistant. After his massage, when Maahi is in the tub, I get his room ready for bedtime. If necessary, I will change the location of his mobile because we do alternate his head direction every other night. I put on some softer lighting, make sure his humidifier is topped up, turn on the white noise, lay out his sleep sack and pajamas. It seems like a lot, but it really isn't that bad. These are just tasks that help the evening to run smoothly. I also like to think that when Maahi comes back to his nursery after his bath, he knows from the setup in the room, like from his environment, he knows that this is bedtime. It's time for the big overnight sleep. There are elements of Maahi's daytime routine that we have the liberty of playing around with and changing if necessary. But one thing we do not mess with is the nighttime routine. Massage, bath, bottle, bed. Every night is the same. We try not to deviate even when it comes down to the timing of certain events, like his last bottle. Maahi is in his crib by 7:05 at the latest. He's a pretty good sleeper, and once he's down for the night, we can have dinner together. It's another one of my favorite times of day. Not because Maahi isn't with us, I love being with him, but this is the time when Pranav and I can catch up and enjoy our time together. Usually I make dinner, but on this evening, Pranav treated us to some delicious homemade pizzas. We got some pizza dough from the store, added the toppings that we like, and made our own at home. Whenever we bake anything in the oven, the fire alarm goes off, so I have to do this dance with the blanket. The pizza was delicious. We settled in to enjoy it with a show that we've been watching lately. And finally, at 11 o'clock is when Maahi takes his last bottle of the day. This is a dream feed, so I go into the nursery, take him out, pump him full of formula, and put him back down. Barring any extenuating circumstances, he will sleep until 6:45 approximately the next morning. And that, my friends, is a day in our life, our typical routine with Maahi at 5 months of age. If you have questions about anything, just write to me in the comments below. I will reply. Otherwise, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next week with something else. Okay, bye for now.